Hello guys, welcome to another new video, and in this video we are going to go over another topic on the AWS Certified Solutions Architect. This is for the associate level, and we are going to be talking about EFS, and we are also going to do a lab on EFS. So what is EFS? Well, EFS is similar to EBS, or Elastic Block Storage. Um, so it is similar to EBS. But EFS gets attached to the EC2, like the EBS, but you can attach one EFS to multiple EC2s. So you can only attach one EBS to one EC2. That is the difference between EFS and EBS. EBS only lets you attach it to one EC2, but a EFS lets you attach it to multiple EC2, and they can share the same resources, right? And EFS is a file storage services for Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud or Amazon EC2 instances. Amazon EFS is easy to use and provides us a simple interface that allows you to create and configure file systems quickly and easily. With EFS, storage capacity is elastic, okay? And elastic means that um, it's growing and shrinking automatically as you add and remove files to it. So you only pay for what you need and you pay for what you use, right? So like the applications have the storage they need and where they need it. And you're also paying for what you need, right? Which is really cool. Um, so since you guys know what EFS is, let's go ahead and do a lab. Um, let's go ahead and go to the Amazon AWS Management Console. And from here, the first thing that we want to do is we want to go into EFS. And the way that you go there is you are going into storage category, and then you're going to see S3, and then here it is EFS. So we are going to select this one. As you can see, it's Scalable Elastic Fully Managed Cloud Native NFS file system for this much per gigabyte. It's really, really cheap. Let's go ahead and create one. We are going to select the default. And as you can see, um, what it does is when you create a EFS, um, let's see if I have that over here. Where is it that I was looking for? I forgot. Um, so the file system you create supports concurrent read and write access for multiple EC2s instances, and it is accessible from all availability zones in the AWS region. So as you can see right here, whenever you create the EFS, it is accessible from all the availability zones. That's why when we are right here, you can see that you can create one in any availability zone from the region, which is North Virginia. So in the North Virginia region, it's going to put it in every availability zone, and I'm going to leave it in this one right here. The only thing that I want to change is going to be the group, the security group. I want to put it in the one that I created, which is this one right here. So we can just go ahead and add that one. There we go. And here it is. So if you have your security group, you can go ahead and do that and add your own one. Like I said, I'm going to add mine over here. You're going to click next. If you want to do a name, to name your, or to do text, if you want to add text, you can go ahead and do that. I'm going to name this first EFS. Lifecycle manage, lifecycle policy. You can do a lifecycle policy like in ES3. Where automatically saves you 92% on your EFS bills as your access pattern change by enabling lifecycle management. And this lifecycle management, what it does is it creates like a policy saying that whenever, like after 90 days of your data being last accessed, what it does is it moves it to a um, to another storage. So what it does is it moves it to a EFS, infrequent access storage class, and therefore you are going to be paying a lot less whenever you are moving stuff that you're not really using. But we're not going to set any of that. You can also do bursting. You can do the performance mode that you want. If you want to do a max input and output, you can go ahead and do that, but we're not going to do that. And you can also enable the encryption of the data at rest. We're not going to do that either. Let's go ahead and click next. And as you can see, it's going to create um, the EFS in every single availability zone that in the Northern Virginia region. So let's go ahead and create this file system. And this is going to take a little bit. So as you can see, it is creating. I think it takes up to like 5 minutes. So therefore, what I want to do is I want to open another tab and I want to go into my EC2. And from this EC2, I'm going to launch 2 instances. So let's go ahead and launch this instance. Select. Next, configure. I want to add a IAM role, and it's going to be admin access that I created on the video before. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and watch my video. And I'm also going to add some bash script into over here, because what I want to do is I want to, as soon as it's launched, I wanted to run some commands and install the Apache server so I can run a website on it. So we are going to go and do a bin bash so we can do it from the so we can run a bash script. And the first thing that I want to do is I want to do a yum install, and I want to install httpd -y. What this is going to do is it's going to install an Apache server on this instance as soon as it um, starts. And then I want to do a service httpd start so I can start my Apache server. And then after that, I want to install the yum install Amazon EFS utility, because we got since we are going to be using um, EFS, we have to install the Amazon EFS utilities for us to be able to use it. And I forgot an L right here. There we go, utils. And then at the end, I want to make sure that we're going to do a check config to make sure that the HTTP server is running. There we go, check config. And then we're going to remove this N right here. And there we go. So what I want to do now, I want to go ahead and open LeafPad. And from LeafPad, we are going to copy this because we are going to be launching 2 EC2s. So we're going to copy this, paste it on LeafPad. Let's go ahead and go to next to add the tag or to add storage. We're not going to add any of that. Tags, if you want to, you can go ahead and name it EC2 EFS 1. That's what we're going to name it. For the other one, we are going to name it EC2 EFS 2. Next, configure the security. And I want to use the existing security group, which is going to be this website right here. And we need to edit this security group because we need to allow NFS as well. So let's go ahead and leave it like that for now. Review and launch. Let's go ahead and launch it. And I'm going to be using the same key pair, the instance that me or instance me. Go ahead and launch this instance. Let's go ahead and see the instance. And let's go ahead into, like I said, security groups, and we need to allow EFS inbound edit, or actually it's NFS that we need to allow, and we're going to do it from anywhere. That's fine. Save it. There we go. So we need to allow NFS, so we should be able to, so we could be able to access that EFS. Okay, so that is done. The next one is let's go ahead and create another instance. We're going to EC2 dashboard, launch another instance, select this one. Next, we are going to give it a admin access, and for the bash script. We are going to do the same. Next, we are not going to add any storage. Tag, if you want to add a tag, name, and the tag is going to be this one right here. Configure security group. We're going to use an existing one, which is going to be the website one, which is allowing NFS. If you don't allow NFS, we won't be able to use this um, EFS, right? So let's go ahead and review and launch. And let's go ahead and launch it. I acknowledge, launch. Okay, view instances. And you can see this one is already running. This one is not running yet. So let's give it a couple of seconds. And what we need to do is we need to go and connect to those EC2 uh, machines in a little bit. Let me make sure that my EFS it is still creating. Let's go ahead and just do a refresh and see what it's doing. And it is available, so it was created already. So that's good. So what we need to do is we need to go and connect to the EC2s. Both of them are running. So let's go ahead and connect to this one right here. I want to put it on leaf pad so because I know I do get disconnected from time to time. Um, let's go ahead and do this one as well. Connect, close. Let's go ahead and open my um, command line. And I wanted to go into CD downloads. There we go. And let's go ahead and open a new one, a new tab. And it's going to be in the same CD downloads. So let's go ahead and open LeafPad. And we want to connect to this one. Paste. Yes. And then we're going to connect to this one as well. Paste. Let's say yes. Okay, and done. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to do a sudo su so we can run the commands that I'm going to be running as a super user. And the first thing that I want to do is I want to do into cd var www html. Um, there we go. So we are in the HTML, and that means that the Apache server is running. Let's go ahead and do the same over here. Sudo super user cd into the var www and then HTML. There we go. So after we are here, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and mount the EFS into these machines. So let's go ahead and go into the Elastic file system, and we are going to mount this with these instructions. I already installed the utility, so we don't need to do that. And what I want to do is I want to mount the EFS with TLS so it can be encrypted. So let's go ahead and copy this right here. And let's go ahead and do move back one. And what I want to do is let's go ahead and paste this right here. And then I don't want to put it in the EFS. I want to put it in the var www HTML. Should take a couple seconds. Let's go ahead and copy this and go over here. Actually do cd. Good. You can list and you can see that the HTML is there. Let's go ahead and cd HTML. Let's do the same over here. HTML is right there. CD HTML. It's not letting me. There we go. CD HTML. We are in the HTML folder. Let's go ahead and list. We don't have anything right here. If you do a list, we don't have anything right there either. So since we mount the EFS in this location, what I want to do is um, I want to create a file, the index.html file, and then that's going to do is going to put it in the EFS. And since it's going to be on this machine, it's also going to appear in this machine because they are sharing the same EFS. So let's go ahead and do a echo, right? And over here, what I want to do is an HTML website that we're going to be creating. Body H1. We're just going to put a header. And let's go ahead and close this header. We are going to close the body. And then we are going to close the HTML. So in this header, I'm going to put welcome to my first EFS website. And after that, I wanted to put it in a file called index.html. Done. Let's go ahead and see list. You can see that my index.html file was created. And if we do a cat HTML, cat index.html, you can see that I put that in there. And if we go into the other one, you can see that when I do a list, there was nothing in there. If we do a list again, you can see that index was created because since we are sharing the same EFS or EFS system, it is we are sharing the same resources, right? So if you do a cat index.html, you can see that it is also here. So whatever you put in this location, it is going to be put in this EC2 as well. So since they're both sharing the same EFS, you can see that, like I said, the file is in there for both. And now what we could do is let's go ahead and connect to those EC2 instances, and let's go ahead and go into the public IP address. And you can see, welcome to my first EFS website. And let's see if the other one has the same, because remember, they're sharing the same EFS. Therefore, they're going to have the same files. There we go. Welcome to my first EFS website. Going to both of those EC2. And what you could do if you want to change it, remember we made it from this one. This is where we create the index.html. What we're going to do is we are going to edit from over here. And to edit, you're going to do a nano index.html. And let's go ahead and edit this. This is me adding more text. Let's go ahead and Control X and then yes to save it. So if you do a cat index.html, you can see that it was the text that I added, it was added to the index.html. And if we go into the other instance, you're going to see that as well, cat index.html. There we go. So now if we reload this website, there we go. This is me adding more text. And if we go into the other EC2, which is this one, it's going to have the same stuff in it. There we go. So that's how you use EFS. Um, so you could um, you can attach EFS to multiple EC2s, and that's how you do it. It is really easy, really simple. It's a lot better than EBS because EBS only lets you attach it to one EC2, but EFS lets you attach it to multiple EC2 instances. Okay. And also, stuff that you need to know for this EFS is that it supports the Network File System version 4 protocol. You can only pay for the storage you use. It can scale up to the petabytes. You can support thousands of concurrent NFLs connections. And data is stored across multiple AZ um, availability zones within a region, like we saw. And you can do a read and write after consistency. So this is it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on EFS and how to use EFS. So thank you guys for watching. And also, if you have a Twitter account, I want you to go into Twitter and follow me at CCNA Daily Tips. And if you don't have a Twitter account, go ahead and create one and then follow me on Twitter at CCNA Daily Tips. And also subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for watching. I love you and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.